answer, Santa.
Welcome to Living 757. If you didn't already notice, we are in the holiday spirit.
All the way in the holiday spirit.
Quincy, what happened with your Thanksgiving dinner? It's
so-
still here. Just you didn't do digestion yet.
I have a case of potential high cholesterol
You
and a
have
bunch
a
of things.
quesadilla.
You have a
You have a
case
cake.
of all the holiday food has been really good.
Oh yeah.
No,
Oh yeah.
but really, we've been doing some more social media type stuff, and I mean, believe it or not, I already had all 3 of these at my house.
Yeah.
I love it actually.
Much to my husband's dismay, we have a whole collection. But I brought them in, and then we realized that it was really cold in the studio. So we decided to wear our costumes.
Oh yeah.
I
And
know.
now I feel great. But here's my question. What I could have just wore this Santa pajama suit regular. Y'all
these are
wanted
pajamas?
Y'all wanted me to add a belly to it. Why does every Santa have a health condition?
Because
That's what I need to know. okay?
Santa has a belly.
Because he flies around the world eating cookies.
Yeah, but he doesn't have to have. I mean, you can have a fit, sexy, good-looking Santa,
No,
right?
no.
Do we got to do all this extra
Why
stuff?
you want to be sexy? This is the crackers, the cookies, everything that you eat from
These
everything.
are all the sugar
This-
cookies that the children leave for Santa.
This is gas. Okay, I'm
Oh
just
my
letting y'all
God,
know right
don't
now.
say that, Santa. The kids are watching.
Well, I'm sorry, kids. I
sorry.
ate too much of your cookies and I'm
Somebody
lactose
get
intolerant.
Quincy a doctor appointment for Christmas.
There you go.
Yeah. But a lot of fun, and so I'm excited.
Yeah.
I mean, I told y'all last week that I'm changing. I'm turning over a new leaf, and I'm not going to be all grumpy for the Christmas holidays. So,
Yes.
we got the tree up, as y'all probably saw.
Yes.
I had nothing to do with it this year,
We are
but that's
proud
not a part of my grumpiness.
of your Christmas spirit, and we're all here in these awesome costumes, working hard or hardly working. We're not sure which one. Y'all want to know what happened to me running out the door to work the other day?
Yeah.
What happened?
You know, I had so much stuff to bring with me, and I'm running out the door, and I'm like, yes, I'm on time. This is awesome. Get to the stoplight, like the first stoplight near my house, which is it's a good 5 minutes because we live like back in the cut. And I get a call. One of the chickens has flown the coop, literally. I know people say chickens can't fly, but mine can.
Yeah.
It's in one of the neighbor's yards. Had to turn around, had to go get the chicken.
Really?
You have to, Quincy,
I mean,
because imagine if that happens to you. What are you gonna do? You're gonna leave the chicken
yeah.
on the neighbor house?
First of
So,
all,
you know, people don't think chickens can fly, but
They
mine,
do,
when
they
they're
do
mad,
fly.
they fly to the roof of the coop. And I keep saying to Keith, like, what happens if one flies into the neighbor's yard?
right.
Well, it doesn't matter to him because he's always at work.
Yeah, well, you know what? If that happens to me, we just lost the chicken. That's all I'm gonna say.
If
Okay?
it's
I am
Quincy
not
Clark,
chasing. I am not
I
going
know.
back to chase the chicken.
You're not going to chase the chicken?
Nope.
No,
nope.
he's not.
If he wanted to leave, then are y'all afraid he's gonna divulge some secrets about how y'all keeping them chickens?
No, it was actually the chicken that you named Quincy. So
Quincy, stay where you're supposed to be. Do not go to other people's.
I
didn't
went
know.
to retrieve Quincy,
Okay,
okay?
I didn't know it was Quincy that left.
Be
Quincy,
careful,
stay where
Quincy,
you're supposed
because you
to
can be the dinner. You can be the dinner for anybody these days.
Yeah, then in that
So-
case, Quincy
I
leave.
know. That's a brave
Time you to
chicken.
leave.
That
Leave.
exactly. That's,
Yeah.
Like, does Quincy know that people eat chickens?
Yeah, well, clearly.
Like, what if he went in
They
a
do.
carnivore's yard?
Well, yeah, and then it's done. Well, I know chickens can
Yeah,
fly.
but I know that we are talking about animals. And you know what happened 2 weeks ago here in Hampton Roads? Do you hear about it? It was all over the news and social media. A pig, a pet pig. You
Right.
like pigs? Like to have it as a...
No.
Why
I barely
not?
got a dog.
But a lot of people have a pig as a pet these days.
Okay.
So one of them, it was lost here in Hampton Road, and it was next to close to the mall.
Okay.
The Outlets Mall. And guess what? I'm curious. I want to see the owner of this pig, that he find it already. Right now, the animal shelter has him, it gets him. And we have this post from someone in Virginia Beach for the animal services. If you guys know the owner, please, I want to invite him to the show because I have so many questions that I want to ask him. Why you gotta get a pig as a pet? But why not?
Yeah.
Now, I'm curious if this pig find his owner because, it's so sad that he's lost.
I can tell you this. I guarantee the pig has not found its owner because the owner has moved over bacon. There's
Quincy, why
something-
you always want to move over from these
Move
situations?
over bacon. There's
You know
something-
what?
No.
Oh,
These
y'all
are
don't
some
get
brave
that? Then we
animals
just-
because a pig is also very brave to just wander around.
I know, right?
With no protection.
Yeah.
But for real, if the owner of this pig,
Between-
he found
between
it,
Quincy and the
please
pig,
contact
somebody
us
could have
on social
breakfast.
media because I want to bring him to the
For
show.
dinner.
And I don't know, but yes, it's in the animal shelter.
Bacon and eggs, anybody?
No, no bacon and eggs. No,
I mean,
that's
all,
rude.
there's all types of
Oh
jokes.
my
in there.
God.
Okay,
No.
okay. Speaking of bacon, bacons and eggs, anybody looking to enjoy some pancakes in their PJs with me? Well, the old me, the Grinch is what.
Ugh.
Yeah. Oh, all right. Cool. Yeah. So if anybody's looking to enjoy some pancakes in their PJs, you can do that. This is actually coming up Saturday, December the 14th, from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. This is actually Ashley's type of event because you get to dress up and wear family-friendly pajamas. Okay.
Hey.
That's air quotes behind that.
Look, Quincy, he has your face.
Right, it does have my face. And he's got my belly too. This is ridiculous. Am I the Grinch or Santa? Anyway, the kids can have all types of activities. And of course, if you guys are coming to do this, again, it's going to be December the 14th from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Come get your pancakes and possibly some eggs and some bacon.
Yummy.
Cool,
Yummy,
cool, cool.
yummy, yummy, yummy. Well, and you know we're going to continue celebrating the whole month in December because the holidays are here and we have parties, we have celebrations all over the place. And how about a good celebration with Salt Spa and Wellness Center? You know, they're our friends. They've been doing a lot this year and especially in December. Now they had the gift of wellness with Salt Spa. And also, this is amazing. You can get gift cards for your loved ones, friends, and family. Super, super affordable and for any kind of treatment. Plus, you can relax and restore with the Japanese head spa facial for only $200. Yes, just $200. Look at that. I think you need one of those, Quincy, so
Oh,
you
yeah,
can
I'ma get
relax
that.
for this
That-
holiday season. Look at that, the Japanese.
Yes, that looks amazing. And you know, they're also doing vitamin D injections. And if you don't know what those are good for, they boost your immune system. They're good for that seasonal depression that a lot of people get. And I mean, who doesn't need a little boost during cold and flu season? They're also lowering the price of the semaglutide from $500 a month to $350 a month. So get a head start on those New Year's resolutions with this semaglutide injection.
Cool.
No, that is awesome.
And see, Santa is fit. That's what I'm
Yes,
talking
it is.
about.
And we have more
It
treatments
is
also from
fit.
Salt Spa. They have that decollage treatment. Also, it's a smooth and correct with 2 runs of Sculptra. Sculptra is a filler. It's very good. It's injections. And also the tea laser treatment.
Yes,
So,
and you're gonna look
guys,
good
you just
for
need to
the
call
rest
them.
of the
Yes.
season and for the rest of this show because we have a great show for y'all today. We are getting in the spirit with beautiful Christmas stones.
And Christmas continue with cooking from the heart.
We'll also show you how to restore your footwear with Remain Stainless Customs. But up next, our resident brothers-in-law are joining us to ensure that we are all properly insured, okay? So you guys stick around. The coolest show in town is just getting started. Stay right there.
Sometimes worry about you.
This segment is brought to you by Salt Spa and Wellness Center. Salt Spa and Wellness Center includes a broad spectrum of treatments with long-term benefits to help you look and feel your best.
Welcome back to Living 757. You know that at this time of the season, the holiday season, it's a time for celebration, to be full of happiness. But also, we see a lot of people moving around and hitting the road to see family and friends. Unfortunately, we also see a lot of accidents. And today, we're going to be talking about how can we prevent these and how we can be safe for ourselves and for also our loved ones. And we're going to invite Brad Huffman from Huffman & Huffman Brothers in Law. Welcome.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
The most well-dressed lawyer of
Yes,
all time.
we love it.
I love it, man. Your sock game is always good, and this is the closest I can get to having a good sock game.
I tell ya.
Got my pants sticking out the back.
I tried to outdo you, but I
I
do it
think
this
today
time.
you lost.
You did it.
Yes, I think today he's the winner. Well, Brad, we are talking about the holiday seasons, and that's when we see more drivers, visiting family and friends. And unfortunately, we also have more accidents. What we can do to prevent ourselves and our loved ones during these holiday seasons?
Sure. Number one is don't drive distracted.
Yeah.
I see it all the time. People on the phone, texting or calling, it just leads to a lot of accidents. It's just not worth it.
Yeah.
It's awful. This time of year, you have people out on the road sometimes that have had a little bit too much to drink, so you want to be careful about that. If you've had some alcohol, you want to call a taxi or have somebody come get you. You don't want to take that chance, that risk.
And not just that, because we see people go long distances sometimes, and they go to hit the road tired. Do we have any law that had changed the game for 2025? Do we have any new rules?
Well, we do have some new rules with insurance, auto insurance, if you're referring to that.
Yes, yes.
And we have some really good changes in the law. For the last 50 years, the minimum insurance that Virginia required was $25,000.
Right.
And that may seem like a lot, but if you've been in a bad accident, you've got a lot of injuries, your medical bills can exceed that. So it really was not enough. It had been that way, like I say, for 50 years.
Oh, wow.
50 years ago, the hospital bill was $1,000. Today, it might average
$100,000.
yeah, it'd be, a lot of money.
Yeah.
So, the legislature's done something about that, and we now have a minimum required insurance coverage of $50,000. That's
Wow.
twice the amount. That goes into effect January
Next year.
of 25. Yes,
Yeah.
in another month. The other thing is that Virginia changed is that we can now add our insurance coverage to the defendant's insurance coverage. So if the defendant had 50 and you had 50, before now you could only get their 50. You couldn't get your 50. But now you can add your 50 to the defendant's 50 if you follow that. So now you have 100.
So we can
$1,000 in
combine
coverage.
both auto insurance coverage.
Exactly. You combine the two. And
Okay.
until recently, you could not do that unless you had more than the other driver.
Okay, well,
It's a big change.
Well, then that answers my question. So I'll just go to something else then. So here's a couple of scenarios, right? Just based on how typical people here in this country will be a little selfish during Christmas time. Patricia, I'll use her as an example because this is true. She is setting new goals for herself, of course, in 2025.
Like everybody else.
And
Quincy.
we know that she loves high heels, but now she wants to buy a new pair of high heels for each and every show. That's like a possible 50 to 52 shows a year.
56. I already made the math.
Okay, so that's a lot of shows. But she doesn't want to have any repeats, so she's foregoing her bills. And of course, if she's foregoing her bills, she's foregoing the new minimums of the insurance premiums. Is that Christmassy?
Well, Amelia Marcos, I would not recommend that you do that. Yeah, I mean, insurance is too important.
I know it's important.
All right, but if you insure the shoes, then maybe.
There you go.
Maybe every
Can
other-
I combine shoes and auto insurance? No, we just joking.
Okay.
If you get it every other show, then you can afford the insurance. Maybe.
there you go.
All right, so now,
now
A nice compromise.
I have another quick scenario from Quincy. Now, Quincy's trying to do everything to not getting older, but now he wants to get a new 2025 Corvette. You already have one, but you want the new one, the last edition. Now, the car is a little bit pricey already.
Yes.
And I know he can afford it, but do you think that he can
don't know
afford
that.
it? Yes, I know that. The premiums, because our insurance is going to be. So what Quincy should do on this occasion?
Oh, I'd get the Corvette, Quincy.
Oh my God.
I appreciate it. Just go ahead and be bad, right?
Oh my God. Well, this is a
But
quick
of course,
scenario.
it's not the right thing.
Some things are too important. No, yeah.
We're just
Yes.
trying to make like a short scenarios, but yes, it's very important. The new rules that is going to be implemented on
Right.
January
And then, of course,
25.
who should people call if they are in an accident?
Well, give us a call. I mean, that's what we do. That's all we do. And we can give you advice. It doesn't cost anything to give us a call. We can give you whatever advice you need to help you with that.
Okay.
Yes, call Huffman and Huffman Brothers-in-Law.
Thank
yes.
you.
Brothers
But
in
take advantage of that new insurance.
I was
Yes.
about to
I mean,
say
you've
that.
got to do
yes.
that.
I was
Yeah.
about to say that
Yeah.
really quick. Like, I don't think a lot of people maybe have this info, like I combine both our insurance coverage. That is amazing.
It's wonderful.
Yes. Thank you for this
Well,
great
thank
news.
You again.
Yeah, thanks
and-
for having me.
Yeah, and
Merry
of course,
Christmas.
we love being around our good friends like Huffman and Huffman, and also our good friend Karen Inslee. She brings joy all times of year, and with the holidays in full swing, I am so excited and so eager to learn her secret to the best stuffing. Ooh, in this next segment of Cooking from the Heart.
Hey guys, welcome to my kitchen. We are full on in the holiday season and I am whipping up my favorite side dish. And you can't go wrong because it starts with bread. We are gonna make dressing or stuffing, depending on how you use it. This is gonna tell you how old I am. I remember when stovetop stuffing came out and it was the whole thing, it's not potatoes, it's stovetop. But I wanted to make it a little bit more personalized. I wanted to make it homemade for my family. So I found and kind of tweaked a recipe that will make a very, very good copycat stovetop stuffing. And it's all fresh ingredients. You can make it organic. It comes together really quickly. So let's get started. So we're just gonna take your serrated knife and you're gonna cut these into about 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch cubes. Look at that. Look at that perfect little cube. It's got the nice little edges. Now I've preheated my oven to 400 degrees. And it's gonna be about 12 minutes and they're gonna be nice and toasty. Move that guy over and I've got my cookie sheet here. I'm just gonna put these all on the cookie sheet in a single layer. You don't have to put any oil on them. You don't have to put any seasoning. They're gonna get all of that. Basically, you just want them to dry out and to get just a little crispy, which will happen once all the moisture's out of them. So I'm gonna pop these in the oven and they're gonna stay in there for about 10 minutes. You wanna check them. You don't want them to burn because that toastedness will change the flavor of your stuffing a little bit. So right about 10 minutes. All right, now we're gonna get chopping. So we're gonna chop about 1 cup of both onions and celery. Doesn't have to be exact, but you wanna make it a nice small chop. So I've got my pot here. I'm gonna bring it over closer to me and I'm gonna add some olive oil to that. Just pour that right in there. And it's a nice, beautiful olive oil that I actually got from Spain. And like I've said before, sometimes when you're cooking these holiday foods, you really wanna kinda up the ante and get the really finest ingredients because it does make a difference. Now I'm gonna turn my stove on to high and let that olive oil heat. And I love when I cook with gas, you just see that flame, you hear that, you know something really good is coming. Now while the oil heats up, I've got 2 cups of chicken stock in this pot over here. And I'm also gonna turn that on because I want that to be nice and warm when I'm ready to add it to the breadcrumbs. I'm gonna put that on medium because it's got a little bit of time to cook. You can use chicken stock, you can use turkey stock if you haven't, if you're making a lovely turkey dinner. If you wanna make this during the week or if you're having like the prime rib, you can use beef stock. You can really change that flavor up a lot. Woo, my oil's talking to me, so I think it's asking me for the onions and the celery. I'm gonna turn that down a little bit because I don't want it to splatter. All right, so let's start with the celery. Now for the onions. All right, now this will take about 2 to 3 minutes until the onions get translucent and the celery starts to soften up. All right, those are perfect. They're translucent. They're even starting to caramelize a little bit. I don't want them to get too caramelized because I don't want to change the flavor at all, but they are good to go. I've took my breadcrumbs out of the oven, put them in a bowl. Those are cooling. I've got my broth that is hot enough, so I'm gonna turn that off. And we're just about done. So I'm gonna add some really great fragrant herbs to these. The first thing I'm gonna add is 1/4 teaspoon of thyme. Just gonna dump that right in. That smells so good. I've got 1/4 teaspoon of sage. Pour that in there as well. And then I've got some poultry seasoning. I'm gonna add about 1.5 teaspoons of that in there just to make sure I've got every possible herb in there that I can. All right. Those are perfect. Oh God, it smells so good in here. And I've got my chicken stock here. It's 2 cups. And again, you can use turkey, you can use whatever kind of stock you want. I happen to have chicken, it was handy. I'm gonna add some butter to that because that's gonna help once I put it into my breadcrumbs, keep it nice and moist and rich. I've got 6 tablespoons of butter. You don't have to use all 6 if you want. You can use 3 or 4 if you're trying to be a little healthier. It's the holiday season, so I like to get a little decadent. Drop those right in there. I'm gonna turn that up. I really want those to melt down. And I'm gonna turn the heat down for my onions and celery with all those delicious herbs. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and turn that off. And look at that, it's gas. I don't have to move the pot. I love that. While those melt, I've got my breadcrumbs all ready and I took them out, I put them into a bowl, they've cooled. So now I'm gonna take them and transfer them into this pot and really kind of stir them around with the seasonings and the celery and the onions. You can hear how crisp or how dried out they are. go. And this will be a little easier to stir once we get our broth in there. I'm just waiting for that butter to melt, and it's just about done. Turn that off. All right, now we are ready to go. You might find that you don't use all the broth, or if you'd like it a little wetter, you might add a little bit more. It all depends on you and what your taste is. Some people like the stuffing really, really soft. Some people like it a little bit more solid. Whatever makes your heart happy. There you go. I'm gonna drizzle some of that around the top. Let's start with about half. Ooh, and look at all those onions coming up from the bottom. And what I like about this is it does have that flavor that I grew up with, but it's made from scratch. So I know exactly what's in here. There's nothing that's processed in there. And you're gonna have this delicious, a touch healthier stuffing than you would if you just got the box. And I'm gonna go ahead and just use the rest of that. So I have the full 2 cups in mind. Like I said, you might use all 2 cups, you might not. All right, we're just about done. I'm gonna put the lid on this. I'm gonna let it sit for like 5 minutes to make sure everything really incorporates. While that's doing its thing, I'm gonna clear off this and grab a platter so we can plate it up. All right, that's it. Oh my gosh, it looks so good and it smells like the best part of my childhood. I can't wait to get my eating clothes on.
You know, it really never fails that watching Karen cook in one of those segments makes me really, really hungry. We have to take a break, but when we come back, we are loving shopping local this holiday season. Don't go away, Living 757 is just getting started.
This segment is brought to you by Virginia Natural Gas.
Welcome back to Living 757. It's always a great time to support local business, but it's especially important during the holidays, so we're really excited to have these ladies with us. Please join me in welcoming 3 of the ladies from the Lazy Daisy. Hi.
Say hi.
Hey.
Oh my goodness. Ruby, Heather, Michelle, it's so nice to have you guys.
Nice. Thank you. Thank you for having us.
You're welcome. Now, Michelle, you are the founder of the original Lazy Daisy and a lot more after that. There's a really meaningful story behind how and why you got started.
Yes, ma'am.
Would you mind sharing with us?
Okay. 2011, I opened my very first Lazy Daisy as a form of survival and grief to honor my son.
Okay.
So I tragically lost my son in 2011. His name is Morgan. So he's very well known. He knows the daisy is all about him. The logo is his silhouette. It's absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
So I really, this makes my heart pound so bad because today is his birthday.
Oh, wow.
Today is his birthday. He would actually be 21 today. So that's kind of really, really crazy. But he was 7 years old. And I hit rock bottom, and this was something for me to do in his honor and to dive into, and just everything I do is about him and his legacy. So the very first one opened, it was just me. It was 1,500 square feet,
Yeah.
and I didn't have any vendors or anything like that. And I can still remember the very first person saying, you know, what do you think about renting spaces? And I was like, that's a really good idea. So she rented a little wall, and it went from there. So about 4 years later, we got the courage to try and open store number 2. And then after that, it was every single year we opened a Daisy. And actually the year of COVID, we opened 3 Lazy Daisies.
So while most people were shutting their doors, you were opening them again and again and again.
And it's just something that I was able to just consume myself with in his honor and tell the world my story about him and share and just really get to know people and help people in a very positive way. And then it just opened up to the community and everybody just came together. It's just a really happy, positive place, and it grew fast, just wilder than my imagination could ever be. It just, and then we have 8 locations now.
Right,
Now we
and
have 9 with the
And
franchise.
I definitely commend you on that because I know it takes a lot of strength just in general. But just to see that you've done some things that also welcomed in people from the community to help you continue to grow and be strong. And now we transition right over to you, Heather. Now you are the owner of the Virginia Beach location, right?
Yes.
And you have your furry family member Ruby. So how important has Ruby been for you and the business and to the customers that come to your spot?
She's been very important. Actually, she's been a lot more important than I thought she would be. She's actually been with us from day one of us opening the door and it being an empty building. And into the construction site, she was there with all the vendors as we did the build out. And
greeter.
the greeter, yes, she moved everyone in, and now you can find her. If you come in, you'll find her either behind the desk or you'll find her roaming the store somewhere, and it never fails. When she goes to take a break in the back, a customer will come in asking for Ruby. So, yes, she's very important. And matter of fact, we actually have customers that come in just to see Ruby.
See,
and
that is the great customer service.
I might be one of those people who comes in to see Ruby, but when I visit, what other kinds of vendors will I find in the Lazy Daisy?
So many different vendors. When we started this journey with Virginia Beach, our goal was to include as many different vendors as we could. We have people that refurbish furniture, jewelry, candles. We have
Local,
very local. Yes, as local as we can possibly get it. We have food. We have coffee.
Boutiques.
We have several boutiques.
Okay, so y'all got the
Clothing
boutiques, and you also have a couple of events that's happening, right?
Yes.
It's coming up in the near future?
We do. We hold classes.
Okay.
So our December schedule just came out. You can find that on Facebook.
Okay.
You can call us. You can find it on Instagram as well. If you come into shop, you can ask for a schedule. We can hand you a schedule.
Yeah.
But we have classes every week. And
Awesome.
It's really neat too because she's got over 100 vendors just like that. I mean, so it's really awesome for me to see because starting from just a little space to climbing to get people to notice you and see you, and you get this, and then you build, and then to see, and it was such a bonus for me because her and I are friends.
Yeah.
So it was so perfect that she was our first franchisee. It was amazing.
Wow. So you know what, and you're helping us transition into the next part because Patricia is actually with one of those vendors that's there at the Virginia Beach location, and they handle the Christmas dome making classes. So let's transition to that.
awesome.
Yes, thank you guys. Now, you all know that I love flowers, and today I have a special guest that she's going to teach me how to do a Christmas dome. And for that, let's welcome to the show Esther Olivares. She is the owner of Preserved USA. How are you?
Patricia. Thank you for the invitation. I'm really happy to be here.
Oh my God, I love her accent. Now, Esther, really quick to teach everybody, what are preserved flowers?
I think it's the million, the ass of the million. Okay. So preserved flowers are natural flowers.
Okay.
You have to pick when they are more better, more beautiful.
Okay.
And they put in a liquid, preservation liquid. They keep forever.
Oh, wow.
A lot of years.
And right here, we're just seeing right now, that flower, that rose, how many years that one has, specific that one?
This has 2 years.
Oh, wow.
Right now, but you can keep.
And it looks
for a
like you
long
just
time.
cut it yesterday. It's so beautiful.
Yeah, it's really pretty.
Well, now you have a lot of things here. I know you're going to teach me because I'm ready to take my class. So how are we going to start? Just can you walk me through how do these beautiful domes you can make?
Are you ready?
Yes, I am ready.
Okay.
I have my notes.
So,
Okay.
First we have to put the base.
Okay.
Okay, this is preserved moss. Okay, this is preserved moss.
Okay.
The moss
So this is already preserved.
It's natural and it's preserved. So we're going to put this one in the base.
Okay.
First, in the first moment, we have to put a little glue.
How long you have the business, Esther?
I start with my business. I flourish for a long time.
Okay.
But here in United States, I can find a lot of preserved flowers and dry flowers with that kind of color.
Yes.
You can see is the typical dry flowers is really dark.
Okay.
My flowers are really, really strong colors. So we start 2 years ago, more or less. I import flowers from Europe. All the flowers is from Spain. Okay, we're going to put this kind of
Okay,
a
so this is the next
structure.
one. So we're gonna create this one, right? We're gonna put this little
Yes.
casita.
Yes. Can you help me?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
What should I do?
Okay, sure. We're going to put the
Should I
moss
cut it?
around.
How do you put it like this?
Yeah, what you want.
Ooh,
Okay.
This is huge.
Yeah.
So now, how can people order like at these beautiful domes? Like, are you just work
In Lazy
online?
Daisy.
Lazy-
We are in Lazy Daisy right now. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they can find it all in Hampton Roads, right?
Yes.
So that one comes. Oh, it's pretty. It's nice.
Yes.
So there you go, right here.
Exactly. Perfect. Oh,
So
you
how did
are.
you come up with this idea?
That's idea?
Yeah, this idea to preserve flowers.
I love flowers, and I think preserved flowers is the future.
Really?
Because it's the medium bill. I don't know the name in English. I'm so sorry.
Yes.
Yeah,
But
it's-
actually, it's smart because sometimes flowers just can, die right away. But when these
These flowers keep for a long time.
Oh
for
wow. Okay,
long.
we're gonna keep working on that one. And let me do this. I know you told me like I have to take this out. So now you have an event coming up on December 14th. Can we just talk about that event?
14 and yes, 14 is a Saturday in
Okay.
the morning.
What kind of event it is? Like, are you gonna be?
We're going to make this one.
Okay.
But the people can choose. You can this is small. It's a dandelion. It's
Okay.
preserved dandelion.
Oh my God, this is
Yeah,
so
it's
cute.
really cute. It's really cute. It's like a make a wish. If you want to make a present, a wish, I think it's really.
You know what we do when we were little and we pick up this from the grass? Like we have to, before we blow it up, we have to make a wish.
Exactly,
So,
but this
I
is
love it.
preserved, so I preserve this one. So
I
you
know.
can keep inside and you can move and don't.
And it's not gonna.
Exactly,
Oh my
that is
gosh,
that
that's
is.
awesome.
So we have there in Lazy Daisy, we have
Okay,
more
we're gonna
big,
have to
so.
finish this really
Okay.
quick.
Okay,
Once again, you have an event on December 14th. Now, if
Yes.
people want to buy these and other than Lazy, do you have also other shops
Yes,
around
I'm
Hampton Roads?
selling my flowers in McDonald Garden Center.
Okay, nice.
Yes, in Independence and in Colatao Cafe. For now,
Awesome.
we
And
are
you-
looking for more locations.
More places.
Yeah, exactly. So if some owner of any business in Virginia, they can write to us in the web, and we can speak about that.
Okay, I love that. So now, if someone wants like a customized specific dome, can you create that because you're also a design, florist design, floral design?
Absolutely. It's more easy if you go to Lazy Daisy and speak with Heather and say, hey, I saw Esther and I would like to make something with her. And
Okay.
It's fine. It's really easy.
Okay, it's
So
getting, we're
we-
getting in there, guys. Let me see. I'm gonna open right here so we can show. okay,
Yeah,
we had to
so
finish
it's-
really quick.
it's really easy. It's
I
really
see that it's really easy.
Yes.
So let me put this one right here. I don't know. I'm just trying to
It's
make my own
fine.
decoration.
No,
That
it's
is so
fine. It's fine.
cute.
No problem. That is the base.
And the smell. The smell is good. So I think we have the info on the screen. Well, thank you, Esther.
You
thank
are
you so
welcome.
much
No
for being
problem.
with us. Yes, I love what you're doing. We're going to
you.
keep doing these, guys, but this is the final one. If you want to have one of these in your house, you know where to find them. Well, thank you so much,
Thank you so
Esther.
much,
Thank you.
Cynthia. Thank you.
Well, coming up next, we have to go to a commercial break, but we're going to find out how we do our own charms here on Univision 57. Don't go anywhere.
This Hampton Roads One to Watch is brought to you by Art Newsom Inc., home of the free service call.
Our latest One to Watch takes us to Newport News, Virginia, where we find 13-year-old artistic gymnast Amia Pugh-Banks. Earlier this year, she won both USA Gymnastics Virginia State and Region 7 championships, placing first in the all-around in both competitions. At the national championship, she placed second in the nation for her age group. In May, Pugh-Banks also competed at the Core Hydration Hopes Classic in Hartford, Connecticut, where she won the 13-14-year-old age group. But here's the kicker. She was only 12 at the time. She also took home gold medals on vault, floor, and balance beam, as well as a top 5 finish on uneven bars. This year, Amia hopes to qualify for USA Gymnastics Junior Elite program, and the best is still yet to come. With a stunning track record in her young career, Amia has her sights set on the 2028 Olympics in Los Angeles. Our One to Watch, Amia Pugh-Banks.
This Hampton Roads One to Watch is brought to you by Art Newsom Inc., home of the free service call.
Oh, right. Hey, guys, welcome back to Living 757. Now, our next guest is actually in the restoration business, okay? In fact, during this holidays, he has a gift for you, okay? He's going to restore your old shoes and bring them back to life like the Welcome to Living 757. Curtis Walker, what is going on from Remain Stainless Customs? How you doing, bro?
I'm blessed, and I'm blessed. How about yourself?
Hey, man, I'm doing great, bro. Now, I am, of course, a customer of yours. You restored a pair of shoes, which we'll get to in a minute. But I got to ask you, so your motto is stay blessed, stay blessed, stay fresh, and remain stainless,
Yes,
right?
yes.
So how long have you been in the shoe restoration business, and what was it that inspired it?
I've been in the shoe restoration business for 8 years, and what inspired me was actually me doing my own sneakers. It started off doing my own sneakers, and then the passion just grew from there.
Yeah. So now you've got the passion, and that passion turns into work like this. Now I got to ask you, there's a difference between like sneakerheads and people that just has a bunch of sneakers. So
Correct.
Did you have a lot of sneakers coming up?
No, I did not.
Really?
Did not. No.
Oh, okay. So then it just kind of happened, and then you started to clean and restore your own shoes.
Yes.
And
When I was able to afford my own sneakers, yes.
Yeah. Okay, gotcha. Because I don't know if there's a difference between a sneakerhead and a person that buys sneakers, just all the time. Like, do you?
Well, with me, I'm gonna say a little bit of both. I just buy what I like.
Yeah.
And a sneakerhead is more into the history of that sneaker.
Yeah.
Versus somebody who just like to buy sneakers.
I got you.
Just because.
Okay. All right. Well, now let's look at some of these shoes that you got here. So you can do everything from like boots to tennis shoes to even dress shoes, which we'll get to in a second. But these boots here were the regular. What's the normal color that they come in?
The wheat Timberlands.
Wheat Timberlands, right? And so somebody wanted this type of green. Now, this is not quite Grinch green. This is just a Christmas green, right? But the Grinch green is this.
Yes.
Yeah, right. Okay, yeah, nice neon green color and everything. These
Perfect
things,
for the holidays.
Perfect for the holidays, my man. And what goes into this shoe here? Like, is this the design that you did?
Yes, I did the whole design. Every design that you see on the shoe, I did that.
Okay, got you. All right, so we got that, and then we got these over here that you don't want anybody to touch. Because it's
I mean, you can touch them, but
you
you got the wrap on it, but you can touch it.
Okay, cool. Who you gonna call, huh? So somebody wanted some Ghostbuster themed shoes, right?
Yes.
And you connected that. I love it, bro. And then you actually put the insignia on the side. Oh, and these were mine, right? So I know that, like, I brought my shoes in to you, and you actually put a specific insignia right here. It says Quality Comedy King. So they came like that, and then you gave me some options, right?
Yes.
You always give your customers options. I chose from those options, and then I added you added a little special touch, and that was, I don't know which camera can capture this, but right there. Oh, you look at that, Quality Comedy King. That's my tag on stage. So now these are my shoes. So I got a quick question for you. I got a pair of dress shoes that I was going to wear today in this Santa outfit, and I couldn't because it would have been embarrassing. Okay? I got a little scuff mark. Can you take that out and show the skin? Okay, how?
Sure.
Show
me. What I'm gonna do first is use the No Regret sneaker cleaner.
Okay.
And then with the No Regret sneaker cleaner, I have my rag right here.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go ahead. Spray it down.
Okay, you got to get it all nice and sprayed down.
Oh yeah, got to get it all nice and spray it down. Have my water right here.
Okay.
Scrub the shoe down. And then I'm going to do a detail while the cleaner is up there.
Oh, wow. So the detail, this is like a magic.
Yes.
A magic little deal. And this, are you kidding me? Hold up, let me move these bottles. The scuff that has been in those shoes, and that was a deep scuff mark.
Yes.
Wow, so it comes off just like that.
Yes.
All right, and hold this up. I don't know. Oh, yeah, the camera is catching it. Nice.
Yes.
Wow. So obviously people bring in all types of shoes with like the soles that need to be, cleaned and refreshed, and you have the ability to just do all of that and restore people's shoes.
Yes.
So no more throwing your shoes away. I mean, as y'all saw, I don't know if the camera caught how deep that mark was, but that was awesome, man.
Yes.
You know what? Now Santa can finally have his shoes. Now your info's up there with the holidays coming around. Do you have any holiday specials that people should be on the lookout?
I'm doing $20 boot refurbishments, and if you drop off 5 pairs of sneakers, you get a free pristine refurbishment on your 6th pair, and it don't have to be 5 pairs all at once.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Well, you know what? stay blessed,
Yes.
stay fresh, and remain stainless.
That's it.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, I certainly do appreciate you guys. Now, we are going to keep the train going because we're going to elevate to another level of custom art because Ashley and Patricia is with someone who's going to kind of help bling out those necklaces and those bracelets for you, okay? Check it out.
That's right, Quincy. We love custom gifts around here, and it's Christmas time, and what girl doesn't love to be charmed, right?
We love it.
Yes. So from Charmed BB, please join me in welcoming Christy Williams. Hey, girl.
How are
Hi,
you?
good. Thank you guys for having me.
Yes.
You guys, she walked in and she started pulling out these beautiful boxes.
Yes.
And Patricia and I both
were
looked
like
like the heart eye emoji. Because
We were like, oh, we were in La La Land.
Yes. So tell us, how did you come up with the idea and what all do you do?
So actually, the idea came from a girls' trip for my best friend's birthday in Nashville. We saw Charm Bar and I was like, oh my gosh. And I was wearing it forever and so many people loved the idea of it. And I just kind of blossomed it into something that we could do here in the 757 area.
I love it. Yeah. I love that actually you customize any kind of like a things that people ask you for. Today we're gonna customize our own bracelets, right? Like our own ones. Like, can you just walk us through how is the process? Like how we choose them? Like how we started?
Absolutely, yeah. So what we have is we have boxes of charms and then we have all of our chain choices. So we do bracelets, necklace, earrings, purse, chains, all of the above. So today we can build a necklace for you guys. So it starts by choosing a chain that you guys love and that you guys want to wear every single day.
I think we have one there that is Ashley's. I already chose that, so that's beautiful.
Yes. So Patricia and I picked matching necklaces because that's the way our cookies crumble. And we picked out charms that are very specific to ourselves. And that's one of the things I love about this is that it might look like one thing, but when you look at all the different charms, it's so different.
Yeah, and that's honestly been my favorite part about it is like I curate all the charms obviously, but every time I go to a market and someone tells me the story behind every charm they choose and why it's going on their necklace, I mean, it's so unique. I mean, no one else is going to have the same necklace as you. Or if you're gifting it, it shows how much you know the person.
And it's also really great quality too. Can you talk about the quality?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that really is what sets us apart from everyone else. It was a little bit of a risk coming into it, investing in higher materials. So we do 18 karat gold filled for our gold jewelry and sterling silver for the silver. So obviously that's a step above gold plated and a step below real gold. But what this means is it's not going to tarnish, it's not going to turn your neck green, it's not going to itch. It's going to be something you wear every day. You can wear it in the shower, you can work out with it, you can during summer you can go in the ocean with it. I mean, it's an everyday investment piece.
And I feel like just that little piece is so important because for me, if I'm like taking off my jewelry to shower, I'm probably running out the door and forgetting my jewelry.
Right.
Yes.
So
that is right because sometimes we don't even have time to do that.
Right, exactly. Like we're already running late as it is. Having to take off and put jewelry back on is just like an added step that we don't need.
So right here I'm showing the necklace that I choose, the letter P, of course, because my name is Patricia. This represents the sun, and I have a sun in my flag, in my country flag. So it's actually pretty much similar to the sun on the flag. And this is a heart because I have my kids in my heart. So like it's very meaningful for me. So this is very pretty.
Yes, I love that piece. Yeah.
Do you want to start putting
absolutely.
mine together?
Yep.
Yes, let's take this one out.
Got it.
So I picked the letter A for the center of mine, and then we kind of framed it with some pretty pearls. And then I chose two that those of you who watch the show probably know are very me. I chose a shark.
Yes, of course.
Yes, a shark and then a football. Two things that I love that are very different and unique, but she has something for everybody. And I feel like these are the perfect gifts because you like if it was a guy who was picking it for a wife or a girlfriend or a girl picking it for her like female friends, you can really customize it so it really shows how much you know somebody.
Yes. And you can always add to it. I mean, they can be pricey pieces, but they're worth it. And you know, someone coming and you want to start them out with like 1 or 2 or 3 charms, they can come back and they can continue to build on it.
So Christy,
I love that. It's like a gift that keeps building.
Yes,
it keeps
exactly.
building. So Christy, where the people can find you? Like, what is the places that you are during the holiday season?
So for the next month, we're going to be at the Shack in Virginia Beach a lot. We are very frequently at Back Bay Farmhouse in Kempsville. We've been at Rojo Coffee Co. on Battlefield. That's one of our favorite spots to always be at. But yeah, we honestly...
Can people reach out to you also social media?
Yes, we do virtual orders. Our Instagram is CharmVB, and we do all of our virtual orders through there. So we are able to ship them out. I've actually had the pleasure of making a few out for California. I've shipped a ton to Oklahoma, so it's been really great to kind of watch people find charm jewelry and really love it. And I mean, and it's worth it to shop local always, obviously.
And something that you just mentioned before, before we start the segment, you also customize for special occasions like a breast cancer in October. You can just create all pink charms.
Yes.
I love that idea.
Yeah, and I've also had the pleasure, I mean, someone reaches out and they're like, you know, a hummingbird is really special to me. It represents someone in my family who I've lost, and I'm able to bring that in for them just specifically. Like if it's something I don't have right now, I mean, there's so many charms that I can find and I can just bring in for somebody.
I love it.
Yeah.
Just bring those memories and make it special.
Yes.
I think this is like everybody loves. So your info was already on the screen. Guys, if you're looking for a special gift this holiday season, you have to find Christy.
Thank you guys so much. It's been so
Thank you
fun.
for coming on. This has been so fun. And I was sitting here distracted because there's so many pretty charms.
I know. We are going to keep doing your necklace, Ashley. We're not going anywhere. But yes, we had to go to commercial break, and we're going to keep rolling with your necklace. But right after the break, don't miss at the band. The Flow is performing live. So right after the break, don't go anywhere. So let's see.
Welcome back to the coolest show in town. Speaking of cool, something's been bothering me the whole show.
What bothers
We need
you?
to address it. You look tan, so where have you been?
I am, because I went to Dominican Republic for a quick trip. Yes, I had so much fun. I went to see my friend Valerie Morales. Look at the water. It was
it's so
amazing.
pretty.
Yesterday, I was in a weather 90 degrees, and today it's freezing here. But yes, it was a good time. That's why you see a little bit.
We're here celebrating the holidays, and you also went on holiday.
That's right.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So
Someone has
she's
to do the hard job here. I learned from Quincy. I was working. See?
Well, see, I say it's my workation. That's the difference. You're lying.
Next week I'm gonna be on workation.
Oh, okay,
There you go.
Okay. And I don't put air
I need to
quotes
learn to
around
work
mine.
like y'all do.
Well, it's really easy. Okay, just
Yeah,
go
see?
out and do it. Okay, you know what, ladies? I don't know if y'all
What is
understand.
wrong with you, Santa? You ate too much.
Okay, well, but my belt is sliding
I
up.
know.
I'm just, I don't feel.
Well, guys, we have a great show today. Look at the bling
You
bling.
seem jolly. You seem jolly.
So I was showing my bling bling, but you didn't see it. But we have a great show today. Thank you so much to all the guests that we have today on the show.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
and two things. First thing, make sure that you guys follow us on our YourView app. Okay, that way you can watch the show anytime during the day, anytime during the week, and catch old episodes as well.
Yeah, and you can also follow us on all our social media platforms. We have Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and you can send an email to shareatliving757.com.
Yeah,
Yes.
we're gonna finish the year off right.
Yes.
Yeah.
And before we leave, like every other week, we leave you with the beautiful voice of this band, because it's
Okay.
a band. Thanks about my baby, The Flow.
Flow.
Yes. See you next week.
That's alright. That means I don't gotta waste no time. Other thing about my baby. so